Hi everyone, it's Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I'm coming to you today with one of my WIP'n chats. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube. And of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning into a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I chat to you about what's been going on in my life. So feel free to pull out one of your projects and work alongside me, or treat this as a podcast, whatever floats your boat. So let's get into it. Um, First of all, it's been a while since I've actually sat down and filmed a WIP'n chat. I had to take a break last week, which I'll get into it and why I was absent. But I'm happy to be back. I am also very unorganized, which I will also get into why that is the case. So, the project that I'm working on is the same one from the past couple of weeks. It's The Mermaid and the Turtle, coming from Realizations, Eric and Karen. Um, and then in terms of my supplies, I'm using one of my pens from Creations Moran, this pretty one here. And then I am using the Diamond Art Club Twist and Pick pen because there is quite a bit of confetti. Release papers are coming from Bee's Crafty Corner, and my tray is coming from Yellow Dog Designs. So let's get into it. This was the section I was working on. As you can see, it is pretty confetti heavy. We'll see how far I get during this chat. But yeah. So how are you? What is new? Um, for me, it's been a whirlwind. Um, I don't want to go into too much detail because I do want to respect privacy. Um, but the reason I was away from YouTube was because my boyfriend and I ended up splitting. It was very sudden and unexpected. And I just needed a lot of time to process. And I've just been working on focusing on myself and focusing on the healing process. Um, so, with that being said, I ended up the past week and a half, I was splitting my time between spending time with my family, so my parents and my brother and sister in law, and just taking the time to process our split. My ex and I, we were together for 4 years, so it's a big change for me. Um, and we have been able to successfully divvy things up. Um, I ended up taking over the apartment, so I've been doing a lot of paperwork and tidying and just reorganizing things. Um, since I'm living here by myself now. Um, and with that being said, I've also just been spending a lot of time organizing the apartment and sort of figuring out and slowly trying to make the space my own. Um, so things are a little messy in the apartment, hence why um, I don't have my diamond painting journal. I moved a lot of my craft stuff. Um, but yeah, so that's what's been going on. So I do apologize if I'm not sounding the most bubbly like how I normally am. But I kind of thought, you know what, I need to get back to doing what I love. And what I love is diamond painting and making my YouTube videos. So that's that. I don't know how long this WIP'n chat will be, to be honest. So I've just been sort of, since I've come back to the apartment, um, taking it easy, trying to find a new routine, a new rhythm. I have slowly started to get back into crafting, as you can see. I haven't done a whole lot on this painting, but I'm hoping to finish it soon because I do want to start something fresh in August. And August is this Friday, so I'm hoping I will be close to finishing this, so maybe I can start something new this coming weekend. But while I was away with, spending time with family and, focusing on myself and processing, I actually ended up completing two of my mini dazzle kits. I ended up completing the 50s diner foods and the makeup kit. Um, so what I'm going to do, because I didn't post anything really on my Instagram. I tried and I just couldn't, to be honest. So this Thursday will be like a big post review because I still haven't done my post review yet of the Paint Gem Easter edition. So I'm just going to do a massive sort of mini kit post review. So that's going to be Thursday. I do still have to sit down and film it. Um, but yeah, so in terms of life updates, it's just been me slowly processing. I don't even know how many times I've said the word processing. Um, and it's also been a lot of trying to just take care of myself. Unfortunately, I'm I'm finally getting there. Like I'm finally starting to do more things. We're not wanting to just hermit or mope, to be honest. Um, I went back to swimming today, which was really nice because I didn't want to swim at all. So I finally went back to swimming. Um, my friends have been amazing in terms of just checking in on me. So, friends, if you're watching, thank you. And so is my family, which, if they're watching, thank you. Book wise, I I haven't started it yet, but the new book that my book club has chosen is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So that I'm hoping to start soon. I'm still reading Does It Hurt by, I think it's H.D. Carlston. Um, but other than that, nothing too crazy with books. TV wise, what have I done? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. TV wise, I finally started watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm on episode 3 of season 1. It's really cute. It's not something that I normally watch, but I want to jump out of my comfort zone. So I started that last night, which so far I do like it. And yeah, that's really been it. I feel like I'm just sort of a boring person all of a sudden. Let me just grab some tea here. The one thing that hasn't changed is my deep love of tea before I go to bed. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely just been taking things a lot slower. My sleep has been horrendous. I have not been sleeping. I think last night was the first night that I actually felt like I had a decent sleep. The same with maybe Saturday night. Saturday night and Sunday night I had a good sleep. I forgot to mention I'm filming this on Monday, July 28th. But I finally was able to sleep. I don't know why, but when everything just sort of happened, I couldn't sleep. I was staying up till like 3, 4 a.m., falling asleep, and then waking up for 8. So, really only sleeping like 3, 4 hours at a time, then falling back asleep and waking up. And then, so I'm finally starting to get back my sleep schedule, which has been good. Um, and yeah, that's what's been going on. Honestly, it hasn't been overly exciting here, so I do apologize. I know most of the time I'm busy. I know yesterday, Sunday, my friend invited me over to her place. She was having like a pool party, so that was nice being around everyone. Um, it was good. It was nice to get out and just see my friends. Tomorrow night I do have my dance class, so and it's the last dance class of our summer session before the fall. But I think I did sign up for the pop up classes in August, so that'll be nice. I'll still have my dance in August, just not as intense as how it normally is because normally I do it 2 nights a week. Um, and then what else has been going on? Friday, I did have my book club. I for our book club we were reading a book called Water Moon. I actually had to DNF it, which for those of you that read or aren't like into the reader lingo, DNF means did not finish. I just couldn't get into that book. I don't know why. It just wasn't like screaming for me. It wasn't like, oh, I think part of the problem with that book was it was originally written in Japanese, and obviously I'm reading a translated version, and the translated version was just a little bit more choppy than what I'm used to. So because of that, the book I just had a hard time following it, and a lot of times like there were like character flashbacks, but like the characters would be in the present tense and then all of a sudden like out of nowhere they'd have like a past memory, and because the translation, like I understand they tried their best, but it just didn't I felt like for me personally it just wasn't executed well enough, so I ended up DNFing it. I feel like maybe someday I will return back to that book because it is a beautiful story. It's just I think part of it too was I just wasn't in the mood. Um, but I did have my book club on one of my book clubs on Friday, and it was at that book club that we chose Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And then Wednesday, I'm supposed to meet with my second book club where we will discuss Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlston, which that book I seriously got to start reading it. I'm I'd like to say that I'm pretty good. Like I think I'm like halfway through, and it's not like a dense book. Like it's a very like straightforward book. So, I mean, it's not a complicated plot either. So, it really shouldn't take me too long, but I am meeting with them on Wednesday of this week. And I also have physio for my arm, which it's been okay. It's been on again, off again with pain, but I think part of it is also just from stress, just with everything that's been going on. Um, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping though that Wednesday's physio goes well so that, maybe I can sort of graduate because I think I'm going like every 3 weeks. Um, but you never know, right? Physio, it's a process. But yeah, so that's what I have going on this week. And then I still have like all of August of my vacation, which I am so thankful for because I definitely need time. I know I'm with the apartment in the process of just updating some things. I also need some furniture, mainly a coffee table, because I had like a hand me down coffee table from my parents, which I really like it, but right now it currently is my TV stand and it's a very large, square, low table. So I definitely want to update my coffee table And then with the couch situation, currently it's the futon that my parents had given me. So I do want to go couch shopping. So hopefully sometime soon I will find myself a new couch. But yeah, so I mean that's exciting, doing some apartment updates. But other than that, nothing else too exciting is going on. I'm just gonna take it day by day. And just like I said, focus on myself and just focus on, I think, getting used to just being on my own. Because the last time I lived by myself, I was in university and it was in teachers college. But, and it was like, it wasn't for a full year, but now I've like taken over my apartment. Um, and it hits different because this is like my home, right? Like, whereas like when I was in university, I knew it was a temporary thing. Whereas here, like, this is my home. This is, where I live. This is my safe space. It makes me happy. So definitely just want to make it as cozy as I can. But yeah, so that is that. Okay, let me just grab. So, FYI, this diamond painting, it required me to use two trays to kit it up. And I have this weird thing that if I have gone through all the colors in one tray, I need to go back and fill in where I might have skipped some spaces before I start using the colors on the other tray. I don't know. Make it make sense. It's just me and my weird diamond painting process situation. But yeah. Also, this kit is absolutely beautiful, but it is very confetti heavy. I'm really hoping this section is not as confetti heavy, but something tells me that it is, which it's okay, right? As I say, slow and steady wins the race. Um, I do know though that if I use these big, like, release papers, then the next row is going to be the last row of this diamond painting, which is crazy. But yeah, so oops, I just wrong the drill. But yeah, so I think I know in the diamond painting group for like licensed diamond painting in Canada or whatever the name of that group is called, it's the Diamond Stitchers Facebook group. There is going to be the Zodiac event, and at first I wasn't going to do the event because I just sort of wanted to, do my own thing. But I sort of want to do it now, and it works because I do have a Zodiac kit in my stash, which is the Bug Cancer one, because that's my star sign is Cancer. So, and it works because it's a round kit. So I definitely want to, really finish up this kit so that August 1st, I think the last day to officially enter is August 7th. So I definitely want to have this kit done relatively soon. Um, that way then I'm ready to go. So we'll see though, because lately with the confetti, I am working, like I said, at that snail's pace. But it is what it is. Why did I pour this color? I could have sworn my eyes playing tricks on me. Yeah. Watch, I'm gonna put this away and I'll be like, oh, there it is. It's a very typical thing for me. Okay, didn't see that. But I do know I have these to do. But yeah, so that's what's going on. So with that being said, I want to open it up to you guys here. But if there are any TV shows that you recommend or any books or book series you recommend, please send them my way. Um, because I definitely just have a lot more time on my hands. Um, but yeah, so like I said, there's not much to report. Maybe like next WIP'n chat will be much more exciting. Um, and who knows? Maybe I will slowly go on like a mini adventure. You never know with me. Oh my gosh, I miss so much of this color. Okay. Well, in terms of diamond painting Happy Mail, quite a bit did come in while I was absent. So I did finally get my pens. I actually got 3 pens, which I will show them to you actually. Um, oh, I did put them out. Oops. Okay. So the pens. So I got my 2 pens from Bistro. So the first one is this adorable panda pen, which, if you know me, you know I absolutely adore pandas. But I really, really like this pen. And then I had picked up this one here. I don't know if the light's like really picking up that well, but this I thought it was super cute for summer. And then I still have to put a tip in it, but this one from Butterfly Effect Wares came. It's like their Sandy Beach pen. But yeah, and I really like this style that they do where it's just the smooth. But those were the pens that came in. And then I am currently waiting on my Creations Moran monthly box. Still waiting for my July and then my Christmas in July box. So hopefully those come soon. And then other than that, there's nothing else. After actually this past weekend when I was organizing things, it because I moved like all my diamond paintings, I realized I have a lot in my stash. So I am actually hardcore just focusing on what I have. Um Trying to not purchase, to be honest, because when I didn't realize how many I actually had until I piled them all, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot. Because I had at first I had organized them, the ones that were in the office, and I had like organized them into like kits that I still want to film, which that's a big pile. And then I had organized the kits, like some of them were in my closet, but I hadn't officially looked at the ones under my bed. And I realized I had a lot. So definitely going to be hardcore using what I have and trying really, really hard to just put things on my wish list. On the bright side, though, quite a few of the kits are not like super big, so they'll definitely be like pretty quick projects, I think, or like good projects to be working on between like the bigger stuff. So that's good. Um, but I was just like shook, and like my mom and dad were here, and my brother and his fiance, so they were here helping me. Why do you have so many diamond paintings? So yeah, definitely was a wake up call with how much I have in my stash. So I will definitely, whoa, I almost spilled that. But I will be like hardcore focusing and, doing what I have. That's for sure. Definitely don't need to buy. And on top of that, like with drills and chills coming up, I think I figured out what the potentials are. I just don't know what I want to start with. I know for sure I want to do my SpongeBob kit, the Halloween Screams one. Um, but because like almost all my Miss Holly ones are like feature a witch, I'm like, oh, I want to do a Miss Holly, but then I have that like autumn sunset that came in the summer mystery box. So yeah, so I need to like. I think what I'll do is I'll make like my hardcore list, and then if I still have time, then I'll have to put up a poll maybe um, on what like a third kit might be. What am I missing up there? But yeah, so that is that. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this color here, and then I'm actually gonna wrap it up because I have no more updates. Um, like I had said though, this Thursday expect a massive just post review of all my mini kits that I've been finishing up. Um, and then I will hopefully get around to filming some more of my Let's Explore videos because I know those are always fun. But yeah, so if you did enjoy today's WIP'n chat, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you are looking for more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at ShineBrightDiamonds2023. So until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye, everyone.